What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic here in the Odd Chopper channel, coming to you with a Wednesday edition of MLB Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Game 3 of the ALCS coming your way. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Goes a long way for me on this video. Goes a long way for you. That way you become apprised whenever great content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. I've had a profitable MLB postseason all of the last 4 years. It is looking as though that will be a 5th consecutive year here on this program, or I guess at the end of last year, it was all on X. We threw the Twitter thread together the last 2 years. I did the videos on, in addition, in 2023. 2024, that was exclusively on X. Unit tracked it. That went well. And now we are sitting here looking pretty darn good again. Thank you, Freddie Freeman. That was very useful, but that game hasn't even started yet. We got 20 minutes until first pitch of the NLCS game. Hopefully you were able to check out my analysis for game 2 of that one. It was a little bit later. Did that in the morning on Tuesday, and now I'm coming into the evening, early evening here, just before that game tips off, or first pitch tip. I got NBA on the brain. Started putting together my NBA spreadsheets, and I think we got a pretty good plan for how we're going to handle that here on the Odd Chopper, potentially the Tails channel. That's going to be really good stuff as well. So hit that like button for me as we get started. I'm going to break it down. We've had these lines out for a little bit now, so there's not a whole lot of dilly-dallying to do here on the onset. Now, if you guys want to jump in the premium Discord, you know where to find me, Tails.bet/Lindy. But if you guys haven't checked out Tails.bet and checked out the expert picks feed, you're doing it wrong. You're just doing it wrong. There's free bets in all different sports from a number of different people who are, I would say, sharper than the average bear. I can't even say average apparently at the moment, but you know what? That's because when it comes to expected numbers, I don't talk a lot about batting average. So not a number I say a lot. And also I'm extraordinary. I don't know. That's what my parents say. Anyway, be like Lindy, join Tails today. At least my mom does. My dad sometimes. Be like Lindy, join Tails today. Let's get ourselves to the game, shall we? Yeah, let's do that. Bingo, bongo, bongo, friends. Toronto, 0-2 hole that they dug themselves in at home in Toronto. Now they head to Seattle. They're decent enough dogs here in this spot. Plus 115 on the money line, taking on Seattle, minus 135. We have Shane Bieber on one side. We have George Kirby on the other. The Shane Bieber thing, I think, is very difficult for some people to grasp how this is going to go about. Shane Bieber didn't pitch for like almost 2 weeks going into that Yankees start. Goes into Yankee Stadium in decent enough hitting weather. Wasn't super sharp, but ends up getting pulled at 2 2/3, win 54 pitches. But leading up to that, 90, 87, 97 pitches, the major issue with him is that he's been giving up some righty power in his life. And, well, if that continues, you're probably getting a short stint there. As for the Seattle side of things, we're looking at an interesting one. George Kirby, 15 and a half outs. Ooh, I've been staring at that a lot here. Now, I did make it a pick and play already for the people in the Discord with some additions from the Dodger game here, the Dodger and Brewers game. But George Kirby, I think 15 and a half outs is actually an intriguing lean. And I didn't put it down in the video box below because, well, there's only one game, and if you have questions, hit me up on X at Eric Lindquist. I'm going to be available most of the day to be able to respond to those. I'll be working through NFL for Thursday, set up a lot of my NBA stuff, try to get some live stuff going for the people as well, because I think there is a market for such things here in the future. If you want to let me know down in the video section below what you're looking forward to me firing up, things of that nature. What's happening out there? All right, we're not going to worry about the home invasion occurring next door here at the moment, but I do want to let you know that I just talked about Shane Bieber. It could potentially be a short outing on his side, but both bullpens, I mean, they're just fully operational coming off of an off day. That's just how the postseason will work. And I think on the Toronto side, you could see some surprising relievers, because if you end up in a 1-2, 2-0 game, 3-2, something later stages, and you just need a fight for it, you will, because going down 3-0, not saying it's a death sentence. We all know that the Yankees, Boston Red Sox, the Red Sox, when they broke the curse of the Bambino, they came back from down 3-0. But let me just tell you, doesn't really happen in baseball. So 3-0, you basically need to just run the table, and that is a disaster. If you're Toronto, they're in Seattle playing a game 4 and then having to go back to Toronto and then Seattle and then Toronto. It's just going to be bad news. Bad news bears in that event. But I think I'm a little bit more bullish on Shane Bieber's opportunity in this spot. I brought it up before. Actually, it's an over 250 expected ISO against righties this season. That's abysmal when we're talking about like a 650 pitch sample size overall. But I do have a little bit more confidence that he has a chance in this spot. One, he pitched in Yankee Stadium for that first outing in forever. That was not an easy spot to land. Number two, we've seen guys like Gaussman, just struggle themselves. You should give Shane Bieber the opportunity, considering we know the stuff is there. Yeah, it's coming low 90s out of the hand. It doesn't look as appealing as what it's been in years past, but he's had massive strikeout potential throughout the season, even in abbreviated starts. In fact, he hasn't hit 100 pitches in a start. He didn't get his start until August, and it was just going along swimmingly. Everything was super, super easy. They were winning every game he was appearing. I mean, Toronto, they basically won everything nonstop, but he had appeared in 9 games. They had won 6 of them, lost 3 of them, 4-2 record on the year. Shane Bieber's still really, really good, and he goes about it differently because, again, the velocity's never going to impress you. But if you are looking at the regular season and you see a 14.5-ounce pitcher prop, you would be chomping at the bit for somebody of the quality with the stuff of Shane Bieber. And that's where I have to kind of draw the line in the sand. I know that this is a game 3. I know that there is a massive chance that Shane Bieber gets a quick hook for a lefty coming in out of the pen, specifically Little, when they use him in high leverage situations. But I totally understand. But I would have this edge out of control, lock beyond lock, if this was a regular season baseball game at 14.5 outs. And yet we're going to fire it up here on the minus 118 side. Oh, yeah. George Springer. This is your other little addition, dilly-dilly, a quarter unit play for the people. George Springer, I don't quite understand this. George Kirby gives up more power to righties on the season. Identical strikeout rates to lefties and righties. 131 ISO to righty, but 160 expected ISO to righties, 143 expected ISO to lefties. So George Springer leading off plus 500. He has 24 home runs and a 1,000 OPS against right-handed pitching this season. This should not be plus 500. This should be shorter than plus 500. And that generally is what I try to do in the home run department, is identify value. And George Springer is extreme value here. Yeah, everybody knows he's leading off. He's been hitting the ball hard, but let me tell you, George Springer plus 500 and then Shane Bieber, 14.5 outs and minus 118, 2 plays, a 2-pack for you here on Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks for game 3 of the ALCS. Alrighty, y'all, one more time for the people in the back. Check out Tails. Join Tails today. There's a link down below. I don't really have anything else to say. I got to go figure out what this home alarm thing is going on. It's not us. I hope. It'd be a bummer. I'm just in my back house living my life because I got to know. Be like Lindy. Join Tails today. Sign up at the link below. And that does it for a quick and easy singular game edition of MLB Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Head to the comment section below. Hopefully this Dodger game that starts in 5 minutes will be out of control good. I can't wait to watch it. I just need Freddie Peralta to go over 14.5 outs. I need Freddie Peralta to get the strikeout 7 and 8 for us. That would be very useful for both the sportsbook people, for the pick'em people. Obviously, MLB Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. I said I was going to keep it rocking. So even on these single games, please hit that like button so I can keep doing these all the way through the World Series. They've been very profitable. It's indisputable. It's getting tracked on X. It's good times. I'm okay at this sometimes. I can also be annoying. I get it. Until next time, friends, game 4. And then, yeah, we'll get some NLCS in our lives as well. I'm Eric Lindquist. We'll have a doubleheader coming to you no matter what on Thursday. I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the MLB streets on Wednesday. Bye.